Okay, here we go. The Planet Mikey Show.
He's about to get crazy and wild. Stay for a while. Don't touch your radio dial.
Planet Mikey Show.
Kicking it back, sports talk. Listen to that and stay tuned for some giggles and laughs. Go.
Ever wonder why liberals are referred to as the left and conservatives as the right? I found in the Bible. The heart of the wise inclines to the right, but the heart of the fool to the left.
Welcome to the Planet Mikey Show.
And which testicle drops first? Is it the left or the right?
Well, the left hangs lower.
By the way, you know how our intro has those laughing things of me laughing?
Yes.
I think we should put Woody Woodpecker's laugh in there. Can you stitch that in there, Smitty, in the future?
Yeah, hold on.
So it goes.
Let me hear. How was that?
Thank you very much.
I keep that on file.
I have a lot of notes. I'm going to put on the glasses
Good thinking, Mike.
because I have so many notes, and there's nothing worse than a broadcaster who stumbles and bumbles his way through a broadcast because he doesn't have on his glasses for vanity reasons.
That's true.
Hate that. Most vain people in the world of broadcasting are the TV anchors who, when you don't see this, when they go to a break, the first thing they do is they reach under and they grab the mirror.
The mirror, yeah.
The handheld mirror. They look and they fix their hair and they check their makeup. And that's the guys.
That's true, though.
Vanity, man. And these guys that have vanity plates on their cars, what does that do?
Well, they're special.
Now, fuck them. I say that, and I'm okay. I don't really care about them at all. Okay, now let me clear my throat.
You okay, Mike?
Bill Smith
Thank you.
and Ben Kitchen.
Hello.
I'm Mike Adams, your host. We're all the hosts, though. We're all co-hosts. There's no one host, you know.
Well, it says the Planet Mikey podcast.
Well,
It does say the Planet Mikey, Bill, and Ben.
Well, then that's
podcast.
only because no one knows about Planet Bill Smith
It's true.
yet.
I'm in a silent orbit.
And Planet Kitchen. That's probably some cooking YouTube video. Right?
Probably.
If not, you should take that.
I should take it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And the best thing about Ben Kitchen is when we went through all the different languages.
That's the best thing about
And
me.
figured out
Yep.
how do you say it in Swedish? How do you say it in French? How do you say it in Chinese? Kitchen. Cucina is, right?
That would be Italian. Yeah.
Is that Italian?
I think so. Or maybe,
Cocina.
I don't know.
Well, now we got to review it. We got to
okay.
go back and do the whole thing
So,
again.
yeah, that's
All I know is that in Sweden, kitchen is pronounced cock.
good for you, Ben.
Thanks.
Have you told anybody that just in casual conversation?
Everyone.
By the way, in
It's
Sweden,
usually how I start.
over in Sweden, the girls call me cock.
Hi, I'm Ben Cock.
Dare you to do that someday.
Yeah.
Go to Sweden. Tell everybody your name is Cock, and then they'll always tell you how hungry they are.
Look,
It's
that
kitchen.
boy over there.
Oh, look,
His name is Cock.
your name is Kitchen, the Burger, Target, Burgundy. Do Swedish girls talk like that? Because that would turn me right off.
The chicks will dig you, Ben.
That's how it's pronounced.
Huh?
What?
Shack?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess the K is pronounced sh.
Oh, those Swedish
Well,
people.
I know. What do they know?
I mean, look at the fish they have. They're little, they're red. Anyway, Planet Mikey episode number, we don't know, 300, 400.
Yes.
It doesn't
I'll
matter.
check.
Brought to you by Pro Automotive of Webster and Dudley, proautomotivema.com.
If you've got trouble with your car, truck, or SUV, Pro Automotive
forgot
is
about
who
that.
to see. Pro Automotive.
They're really great. Giacomo's in Melrose, Massachusetts. I'm heading there maybe this weekend and see Richie Taglieri and have some great, authentic Italian cuisine, I like to call it. Yeah. My grandma's coffee cake, the greatest in the world. 1-800-8-GRANDMA is the telephone number, or mygrandma.com. And speaking of our friend Billy down in Naples, we'll be seeing him pretty soon. A survey came out. The two greatest places in America to retire. One of them is Naples.
Really?
Yeah. And the other one, guess what the other one is? You're never going to believe this.
Scranton.
Roslyn.
Barnstable, Massachusetts.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know why. I heard it on WBZ Boston today. Barnstable and Naples, 1 and 2, and third is like some Michigan city.
Where'd they get this from?
I don't know. Probably the internet, Ben.
Thanks.
Think of the internet, maybe.
Jesus Christ, thanks.
Why would BZ do anything different than us? As far as
I wanted to know where on the internet, you cunt.
I don't. How do you? Oh, she's okay. All right. Now the
Lord.
gloves are off.
This is episode 259.
Penis breath. All right. Here's. Well, I don't know where they go.
Whose fault is that?
Call Ben. Call Ben.
I am
Ben
Ben.
Parker. I'm
not
Ben Parker, and I have a great voice.
I know, isn't
Ben
he?
Parker.
That guy, man, he just makes it it's like a. He's got his own style. It's just great when he
He's
does
good.
it.
He's good. He's good. He's a good guy too. Remember when he worked at WRKO with us?
Yep. Good man.
So and if you want to contact the podcast, go planetmikeypodcast@gmail.com. So that's where I got some complaints about whatever happened to 15 Minutes of Shame. Well, guess what? It's making a comeback.
Really?
Yeah. 15 Minutes of Shame. Why? Because the audience demands it. That's why. I got a bunch of random notes here. Hopefully they're interesting. I was watching, there was some great football on this past weekend, by the way. The playoff round was pretty exciting. Don't you think, Ben?
Yeah, it was really good.
You have a sports show.
I do?
So you should know this. I'm watching McCaffrey, who's unbelievable.
Hold on. Sports?
Yeah. And now sports. That's all I have to say. McCaffrey, he's a great player. But I noticed they had an end zone angle on him running toward the end zone, and he's looking up at the scoreboard, the big giant scoreboard they have at the end of the stadium, to see if there's anybody behind him that's going to tackle him. And I never thought of that. Normally in the old days, they're running with the ball, and they look behind him a little bit to see if someone's behind him. He just looked at the scoreboard while he's running.
So that gives you
and
an
he saw that
advantage.
there's nobody behind him.
I mean, they've been doing this for a while, but yeah, it's a heads-up play. I mean, there's guys from time to time that do that and use that to understand which angle the guy might be coming from and what he needs to do. So, yeah, it's a really heads-up play.
When
McCaffrey
he
is fantastic.
Sees the guy get close behind him. He makes a cut to the left just to get away from him. Right. I think it's something that the old running backs never had any help with. But, hey, modern technology. Right, Bencock? I'm getting sick of Patrick Mahomes.
What? Why?
I know he's good. I know he's great, and he does all these things, and he ad-libs, and he throws sidearm, and he's a talented manager of the ball when in various situations.
But you don't like his personality.
No, I'm just sick and freaking tired of him. I do like his commercials with the coach. What's his name there? Walrus.
Andy Reid?
Yeah.
Well produced and scripted, yeah.
They're good. They're fine. The commercials are great, and I know he's good. But I'm just sick and tired of him winning all the time. Buffalo should have won that game. They didn't get the kick, and then I tweeted a picture of Norwood's shirt with the number 11 pushed way to the right, and then the word Norwood is on over to the right hand. I got this Twitter thing I do. It's kind of caustic.
Yeah.
And it got retweeted 37,000 times. And all the Buffalo fans, oh, yeah, I remember Norwood. He missed one wide right, too. Because it's a Super Bowl.
Wide right.
And that's exactly how they talk. There's guys from Buffalo. They say, snowed again? Yes, it just snowed. When? Yesterday. In fact, it never stopped.
Careful. Smurless might pull a gun on you.
That's right.
So... Freddie. I know.
Fred's probably listening right now.
His dog just passed away too. And I'm sorry, Freddie, because his dog, he had him for 15 years.
I know, man. It's hard, man. It's a member of the family.
I did a little research on a guy named. You may not know about this guy, but I do. So if you Google him, you'll find out that I'm right. Ivy Shiver. Not IV, like in when you get blood transfusions. Ivy, Ivey, Ivy Shiver.
Ivy Shiver. Interesting name.
Now he was a football player. I think he played for Georgia or something. Real good. He's also in the major leagues. But here's the key with this guy.
That's my computer. Sorry.
He played for the San Diego Padres down in the minor leagues.
Yep.
And could you go back to the script?
Well, I didn't know you were reading it from here.
I want to make sure I get it right.
Okay, here you go.
He was a renowned punter. Where did he play? Georgia, the Dream Wonder team in 1927, all Southern, all American. He left base. He then went to baseball. San Diego Padres, minor league team in Southern California, of course, because that's where San Diego is. And he quit baseball to coach football in Savannah, which left a spot open for a guy named Ted Williams.
Who?
How about that?
Never heard of him.
The story behind the story.
Splendid Splinter? The kid? You don't know about him? 406? 41? Anyway, Ivy Shiver. I just liked his name. Now, first of all, to me, Ivy's a girl's name. Shouldn't it be?
Yeah,
It's not a guy.
Well, maybe his parents wanted a girl.
No, Burl Ives. That's his last name. Ives. They used to call him Ivy.
Well, I mean, this wasn't his real first name.
No, his real first name was something stupid like
Irwin.
Or Clem Dog or some.
Oh, no, it was. It was his real first name. His name was Ivy Merwin Shiver.
There you
What a
go.
Terrible name.
Merwin. All three names are bad.
Terrible.
Oh, I shiver just thinking about it.
It's coming from me, too.
So he was my random baseball player that I wanted to bring up on the podcast because no one's talked about him in about 80 years. Wow. Born in 1907, January 22nd, which is my father's birthday. By the way, my father would have been 101.
Wow.
How
about that?
Imagine that geezer. 101 he would have been if he were still with us today. So I have... God, I'm so thoughtful tonight. You ready?
Go ahead, Mike.
First of all, who's the guy a singer that I would hate the very most, having been to Fenway 4,000 times in my life?
Vaughn Monroe.
No.
Okay.
Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond.
Neil
It's
Diamond.
his birthday today.
Really?
He's 83 and still an asshole. The thing about him is that song. They brought that in. They did the whole thing. Everybody get drunk and almost seventh inning throw, whatever. Sweet eighth inning. When did he do? Eighth inning?
Seventh inning.
Sweet Cara.
Yeah.
And my least favorite part is when they go, so good, so good. Cram it up your asses with that song. Get it off there. Move on, okay? It's a stupid tradition. Has nothing to do with Boston.
Would you suggest another song?
Who cares? It's a crap-ass song, and it's dumb.
Neil Diamond cares, and he's 83 today.
I don't care if he cares.
But that's how they do fan fun.
You know who? You know who else has a birthday today? And I met her and not played around with her, but we teased each other a little bit, had some fun on video.
Really?
In the 90s, Mary Lou Retton.
Oh, she was a
little tiny,
really,
4'10", gymnast.
Yeah, she was nice. I met her once just to say hi, but she was real nice.
She just had a health scare. I guess she's okay. She's 56 years old. Happy birthday, little Mary Lou Retton, who was very kind and funny and cooperative when we did that piece with her at NECN back in the 90s.
Who else's birthday it is today?
No.
John Belushi.
Dead.
And he's dead.
But he's dead. Hey, wait, who's that other guy? Moon Jae-in. He's South Korean politician.
Yeah, president of South Korea.
Let's get him on the phone.
Really? I'll go. I
Wish
got
him a happy
his number.
Do
here.
you have it?
Speed dial.
Try to get him on the phone.
We also got Mark Eaton.
The tall dude?
Yeah.
7'4"?
Yeah.
Was he Utah Jazz?
Yes, he was.
He sucked. Now, so Barnstable and Naples, okay? Mary Lou Retton. I'm going through all my notes.
Yeah.
All right? Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
And you want to hear a couple of really pertinent solutions to American problems that I have simple solutions for, but I must take full credit for.
And now Mike's solutions.
We want to start with the border.
I don't care.
Or green energy.
They're your solutions.
What do you say, Ben?
Let's start with border.
All right, the border. Okay, here's what we do. Everybody's talking about the border. As you know, 8 million people have come through the border on Joe Biden's watch, and that doesn't include the 1.7 million imagined gotaways. They don't know where they are, who they are. So there's a problem at the border. I don't think anybody will deny that. Even the Democrats now are saying, oh, yeah, you swear I'm here. How about that guy, who's the guy who looks like Lurch, the senator from Pennsylvania? Fetterman. Even he's I don't know how many can say we don't have a crisis going on down there. He's starting to make sense, that guy. I think his therapy's working. In any event, every person intercepted at the border, crossing the border illegally, will either be sent to what I call the farm until they're ID'd.
This is your solution.
This is my farm. Yeah, they put farms there. So now, you have a choice. You're coming through illegally. You can go to the farm and wait till we ID you, or let us know where you're going to be living and we fingerprint you, photograph you, so we know who you are, because we don't know who you are right now.
So you build a farm down in the Arizona, Texas area,
and I don't
desert.
care if they grow weed or watermelons or potatoes. It doesn't matter to me. But until they are ID'd as a person, an actual person, they have to either stay on the farm or they can go back where they came from. They have two choices. In other words, you're not locking them up. You're not putting them in a detention center. You're giving them the opportunity to go to America and be a citizen. But first, they have to clarify who they are, get their picture taken, get their thumbprints and all their fingerprints done.
Apply for a green card.
Figure out who they are and where they're going to go and who they're going to live with. Because they can't just come in and be homeless. We know what that does.
Yeah.
So they say, I have a sister. Mi hermana lives in San Francisco. Okay. Well, where's she live? Well, let's contact. It's okay to send these people to you.
Why is Louis Tiant trying to illegally?
That's not Louis. Louis is more of the Louis talk a lot higher than I, Mm-hmm. Anyway, so that's the first step. Now, so you're not imprisoning them, but you're giving them the opportunity. What happens on the farm while they're there? Well, they help out. Okay, maybe you have the military down there, and you're feeding them and housing them, and you got to clean, take care.
Set up
and
a
the
school
kids are
for the
learning.
kids?
The kids are learning English, and so are the people.
Yeah.
So while they're there, they're not just wasting their time picking fruit.
No, they're being productive and being able to earn a comfortable
They're paying their
life.
keep.
Yeah.
A little bit, and they're learning American, whatever, including language. And then if they don't want to do that, they can go right back over the border. Go right. Okay, there's Mexico. Go ahead.
Now, in this little town of yours that you've set up,
Yes.
would you have the death penalty for gangbangers and stuff like that?
Well, it depends how many gangs they bang.
You just line them up and shoot them for raping and murdering other people.
Well, if they commit crimes within, they're out. They're in jail. They're in prison. They're criminals, and they're in America criminals. So they go right to jail. But on the farm,
they're
everything's
already in prison.
No.
You just call
It's
it the
not.
farm.
No,
That's right.
it's nice on the farm because you get to do what you want.
You'd
You
have
do
to-
a job. You get to eat, drink, be with your family.
You'd have to build a prison on the
We got to
farm.
work on your
And-
pitch. It
and hold
sounds
on.
slightly slavish.
Hold on. It's not slavish.
I'm just saying the pitch needs some work.
No, you are trading their services for a chance to become a legal American. Okay. And they can leave any time. So it's not prison-like or slavish at all.
That's what I'm saying. You need to work on the pitch. You need to add these
Well,
details
don't
in.
say
So-
words like slavish and what's the other word?
Can't say that one.
Prison-like.
Oh, no.
It's not. They can leave.
Just saying.
They can leave. Can you leave a prison when you? By the way, they're
I
closing,
can because I'm not a prisoner.
They're closing the Concord medium security prison
Why?
because I don't know. They say we don't need it or something.
So
I think we do need it. You know what we should put in there? Shoplifters. It's a medium security prison. Here's what you say: shoplifting. You get caught shoplifting, convicted, 1 month. Oh, second time, 2 months. Third time, you're in there for 3 months. Let them get a taste of prison before they go stealing shit from stores.
Yeah.
See, another solution, Ben, huh?
There you go. You're always just cranking them out.
I am, but I'm so far ahead of the rest of the world on this.
I like the prison idea.
All right, page 2.
Page
Oh,
two.
Harvey, good day. Now, if the immigrants choose to remain on the farm and attempt to enter the United States, they have to learn English, to contribute to the farm, establish definite plans for employment and housing in America. Boom. Problem solved. The rest of the people have to go back.
Would you have like tests that you could give out to certain people during as they progress through the system?
Yeah.
You'd have a test so you'd be able to
yeah.
pass to the next level?
Yeah. You say, who's the smartest man alive? They say, oh, Miguelito Adams, man. And I say, yeah, let him in.
Let him in. He gets the card. It's terrible.
So no. You know those things they're selling in the stores, those little Stanley Cups? That to me, the Stanley Cup is a big metal hockey reward for being the best team.
It's sacred.
Right?
Yep.
Well, they have this little knockoff crap going on with Stanley Cups.
Yeah, I
and
have
they're
some.
selling them for you. Do
I do.
How
I have
much
one in my
did
car
you-
right now.
How much did you pay for it?
I did not pay for it.
Stole it?
Yes.
Shoplifter?
Yeah.
Jail.
That woman that stole like $6,000 worth, I got them from her.
Well, that's my next story. Thanks for ruining it.
I was leading you in.
News?
Good Lord.
He ruined
I'm
it.
being a good co-host. I'm setting you up.
How did you know it was the next story?
I didn't know.
Well, then you were flying in the dark, weren't you?
I was making an educated guess.
You ruined the segment, Ben.
No, I saved it.
You
I've been
ruined it.
saving everything.
And now the news. Here's Dolph Lundgren.
Huh?
Stanley Cup mania landed one Sacramento woman in handcuffs last week after she wheeled a shopping cart full of the reusable water bottles out of a store without paying, authorities said. On January 17th, retail workers reported seeing the suspect leave with dozens of Stanley Cups in her cart. She ignored their calls to stop and stuffed the merchandise into her car. and one up her ass. No, I made that up.
Is this a member of the cultural enrichment community?
I have no idea what this lady's problem is.
Okay.
Officers stopped the woman after searching her car. 65 Stanley Cups worth about $2,500 were recovered. Now, she's going to sell them on the black market. You know she is, or on eBay or something like that. The woman who hasn't been identified, why not? Her name should be first and foremost in this story for shame reasons.
Got to protect the privacy of the criminals now. Come on, Mike.
This would be a great 15 minutes of shame story if we had one. Fueled by influencers, the craze over the Stanley bottles, which are popular for keeping drinks chilled for hours, has led to fights and shouting matches, and exclusive colors come out of the shelves. Retailers on eBay selling them as much as $5,000.
Jesus.
Roseville police cautioned against trying to cash in on the craze by way of retail theft. Here's the quote. While Stanley quenchers are all the rage, the police department wrote on Facebook.
Phil Rizzuto doing this story.
We strongly advise against turning to crime to fulfill your hydration habits. Holy cow. Call the money store, toll free, 800-CASH. What's that commercial we like to sing? If you've got
trouble with your car.
No.
Which one?
And you need cash now, call J.G. Wentworth. Hey, 7 cash now.
I sent you the Eminem video today. Somebody put the Eminem together with that jingle.
Yeah.
You got to see the thing. It's like it's genius, whoever put it together.
What's your favorite M&M's?
It's hard to say.
Plain or peanut?
Peanut.
I would either go, you know what? I think I like OG, original.
Ask Hervé Villechaize.
Hervé, what's your favorite M&M?
They're plain.
Fucking hate you so much.
I know you do. 3 Kansas City Chiefs fans were found.
So dumb.
I know. But you haven't changed the channel yet, have you?
No, and I
Three
won't.
Kansas City Chiefs fans were found dead. Now, this is not a laughing matter.
Oh.
They were found dead in their friend's backyard after the owner of the home hosted a watch party for the Chiefs-Chargers game on January 7th.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs won 13-12. This guy, Jordan Willis, hosted a watch party for his friends at his Kansas City home. It was 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Not a bad day. Following the Chiefs' win, Willis claims he went to bed but told his friends they could hang around if they pleased. Not until January 9th, 2 days later, when the fiancée of one of the men came looking for him, and the bodies were discovered.
Oh.
After her fiancé never came home, she went to the friend's home and broke into the house. Then she found him on the back porch, dead. So 3 guys dead at this guy's yard. And the guy says, I don't know. I thought they left. The story doesn't add up.
No.
The police arrived. Willis, the owner of the house, comes to the door wearing nothing but his underwear and holding an empty glass of wine.
There you go. There's a clue.
And then they discovered the 2 other bodies in the backyard. I mean, it's an unbelievable story. And, of course, the families are saying, what do you mean? What do you mean you thought they left?
Oh, that's terrible.
What an unbelievable... Now, that should be in the 15 minutes of shame situation, don't you think?
Interesting.
Anyway, they're dead, and they're not going to come back. But they got to... There will be charges filed.
There will be charges. Yeah.
And now, entertainment news. You don't have anything entertaining?
Well, hold on. Yeah.
Oh. Richard Simmons is letting his fans know he's doing well.
Yeah.
On Monday, the 74-year-old posted a message on Facebook saying he plans to remain out of the spotlight. Here's his message. Hi, everybody. I wanted you all to know that I'm fine and I'm happy. I have a lot of people ask me for interviews, but right now I don't want to do them. It's a gray and rainy day here in Los Angeles, but my heart is filled with your kindness toward me. Love, Richard.
We're going to find out he's been dead for like 11 years soon.
Now, get this.
He's in that Kansas City house with those other people.
Pauly Shore wants to do a movie.
Well, that's part of the story.
Did I ruin your story?
No, but you can throw it in there.
Well, fuck you. Hold on. You got mad at me about the Stanley Cup lady.
Wait.
He does the exact same thing, and you're like, go ahead, share more,
wait
Bill.
Wait a second. It's much
easier. What the fuck is that?
He already gave the story. So, I mean, what am I...
No, you didn't. You didn't give the Pauly Shore part of it.
Well, you can go online and find I think it's a
Wang.
It's about a 15-minute, what's it called? An extended trailer. It tells a story. And
Now, you want to talk about two washed-up people?
Pauly
One's playing
Shore-
the other one?
Oh, Pauly Shore sucks.
He always sucked.
Everybody said, well, he got the part because of his remarkable resemblance to
Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons, yeah.
And I watched this clip today, and it's awful. It's terrible.
The story on Richard Simmons was that he was so, unusual that if he would fart in a hot tub, the bubble wouldn't come. It would come up, but it wouldn't pop.
Yeah. He came to RKO one day, and he's going to be on the Jerry Williams show. And with Howie Carr. And we spent 10 minutes in the production room, and he was just going, turn on the tape recorder. So I did. He says, Howie, just kept yelling for Howie Carr. Yeah.
How did he ever get famous?
I don't know, man, but he gave me a shoulder massage, which was kind of cool.
Did he?
Yeah.
Now, that would rub me the wrong way.
And he did have his little shorts on and that little tank top
No,
that he wears. Yeah,
even worse
He
than
was
that.
loaded, yep.
Did it move?
Not yet.
The shorts?
But he was a friendly guy. He was a very nice guy.
I'm sure he was.
Get ready, Mr. Sound Effects Man. You're going to love this.
Uh-oh.
A flight was reportedly delayed after the plane ran into some unexpected flatulence. An excessively gassy passenger who had to be removed from the aircraft.
Oh, that's terrible. It'd be like you sitting next to you on the plane. Would drive me crazy.
Oh, come on, man.
That's awful.
I smell like roses.
You're
over
like
here.
Steve Diassi.
No, please. He's got, anybody that sits next to him ever has a death wish. The flight was delayed. Okay, they removed the January 14th incident was documented by Texas-based Reddit user named Langathix, who wrote about the smelly situation on an American Airlines flight from Phoenix to Austin.
That's terrible.
American Airlines did not immediately respond to People magazine's request for comment. Here's what he said. I was seated near the row where the situation occurred, the passenger recalled. While the airplane was still at the gate, the documentarian says they saw and heard an audibly disgruntled and maybe hungover man. He reportedly exclaimed, "You thought that was rude? Well, how about this smell?" and proceeded to loudly pass gas. Oh, yeah, that's rude. How about this? Right? Oh, come on. Someone should have jumped on him and kicked the shit out of this guy.
So to speak.
The transgression did not end there. The man who had just purposely farted moments ago decides to loudly and condescendingly say, "Yeah, everybody, let's just eat the smelliest food possible all at the same time," the poster wrote, referring to a scent unrelated to his own actions. He's talking about the food smell. In response, a man in the next row reportedly said, "If you don't like it, you can fly private," to which the gassy passenger replied, "That's so fucking rude." The guy who just farted on the plane and brought attention to it is telling the other guy that he's rude because he wants him to fly private. Anyway, the passenger chimed in. Another passenger said, "I think we'd all agree you're the rude one here." I think you're the rude one. And then the spat continues. The flatulent flyer says, "Well, that's just so low class. Well, you're back here in economy with the rest of us," trying to shame the person who shamed him for farting, which is a shame.
The flatulent flyer.
15 minutes of shame. See, that would be a perfect little story for that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But, we don't have that feature until next week.
That's correct. Unless you want to do it right now.
No.
Okay. Just saying.
I don't want to do anything right now except eat. Are you guys hungry? I'm
hungry.
starving, man.
Yeah. Bring something?
I could eat the ass out of a rag doll.
Excuse me?
Oh, man. I'd like to apologize for the behavior of our host.
I decided today, without any imbibement of any kind, that I'm just going to let it fly on this podcast, say whatever I want to, and if someone wants to sue me, go ahead.
Wow.
Bill, you want to sue him? Combined, we'll do a class action.
Well, he is living off that giant retirement of his.
Huge.
We could get that.
It's the Ansel Adams collection. My grandfather. I'm richer than people think. All right, now, names. If you get a new baby, you say, "How am I going to name this kid?" There are some popular, and names are trendy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like some of the trendy names now.
Here are names, girls' names that are at the risk of extinction. Okay. Brooke, Blake, Mackenzie, Brooklyn, Charlie, Charli.
So people aren't naming their kids these names
Well,
anymore.
they're trending downward because they're not.
Because they were popular for like 12 years.
Remember that song? There's a fragrance that's here to stay, and they call it Charlie.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of hip, kind of wow. Charlie, kind of hip, kind of now. Charlie. Remember that?
I do now.
Never. Yeah. How about Reagan, McKenna, Finley, Amanda, and Michelle?
Do you have any names on that list that might be trending upward?
Yeah, well, the most popular names for girls now, including my granddaughters,
They're like classic names, aren't they?
Olivia,
Yeah, see? Classic name.
Isabella. To me, that sounds like an old lady.
Oh, Isabella. That's a nice name.
We're going to like,
Amelia. And remind me to tell you about Amelia, one of my Lyft passengers today.
Okay.
Remind me.
found Amelia Earhart?
Air fart. Sophia, Emma, Charlotte, Ava, Ellie, Aurora, and Luna.
These are all, well, mine is Luna, but these are all names that were probably incredibly popular in like the 1920s,
Yeah,
10s,
right,
whatever.
right, exactly. So, and you know, my granddaughter's Olivia. She's adorable, and that's fine. These are the most popular names. Now, men's names that may soon be extinct. You ready?
Let's hear it.
William.
Julius,
Julius, that's a good name.
Oh, Julie.
Jaden,
That's a crappy name.
Johnny. What, Johnny?
Johnny.
What's wrong with Johnny?
That's all American right there.
Come on. Raiden.
That's a terrible name.
That sounds like a bug spray.
That's a character from Mortal Kombat.
That stuff that
Reed,
comes up in the basement.
R-E-I-D.
That's what I put on my saxophone.
Brady. Down 114 points for a first name for a boy.
I'm not
Brady.
surprised he's not here anymore. He
Wow,
retired.
that's it. See?
Yeah.
How quickly they forget.
Yep.
Now, you know, Patrick will be the next one. I'm replacing Mahomes.
Yeah, look at all those dipshits that named their kid Mac like 3 years ago. I thought they were going to be awesome.
And here's last on the list of boys' names that should be replaced. Nasir. N-A-S-I-R.
Nasir. Oh, yeah.
I mean, Nasir, now you don't.
Jeez.
But how come that's on this list? I've never heard of anyone named Nasir. Have you?
Are there any names on that boys list that are trending upward?
Yes, actually. Boys' names that are blazing in 2024. Would you like that information?
Let's hear it.
Okay. Noah. Liam.
Nah.
Oliver. Elijah. Mateo.
Mateo.
Mateo bone hurts.
Mateo.
Lucas. Asher.
No, that's a terrible name.
Oh, man, that's terrible.
Asher sounds like
Ezra.
a rich kid.
That's also a terrible name.
And you know what's next? A name that
There's got to
I'm
be a
kinda
name on there that's better than Ezra.
Michael.
That was a joke for like 4 people
Michael.
listening.
Michael is on that list.
Michael's on.
It's a classic.
Hold on. It's trending.
Michael.
Trending up.
Now, some people will end up calling you Michael Mikey, but Michael's a classic.
Michael.
And then James
Motorcycle.
is on there too. Yeah, James is my.
Turn the key and watch him pee.
But John is trending downward.
If you sprinkle when you tinkle, please be neat and wipe the seat. Be like dad, not like sis. Lift the lid when you take a piss. What are you looking up here on the wall for? The joke's in your hand. All right, now. So those are the names thing. So you guys, if you're going to have any babies, I want you to keep this in mind. Go with Michael.
Thanks very much.
Maybe the most popular name in the history of mankind.
Probably not.
Maybe not. All right, so, God, where was I? Oh, 2 things I want to tell you about. First of all, I looked up Rodney Dangerfield's greatest one-liners, and I'm going to do them for you, and you guys give me a scale of 1 to 10.
You're gonna be. Are you going to become like a Rodney
Hey,
Dangerfield?
ho, I love you.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
good to see you. Oh,
You know who wishes he was here for this?
Who's that?
Thornton.
Hey, ho. Last week I looked up my family tree. 2 dogs were using it. Oh. Last week my house was on fire. My wife told the kids, be quiet, you'll wake up daddy. My doctor, he don't help either. He told me to run 5 miles a day for 2 weeks. I called him up. I said, Doc, I'm 70 miles from my house. My wife can't do nothing right. She can't cook. I mean, how can toast have bones? I know how to make a girl say yes. I ask her, am I bothering you? Last week I told my kid, be honest. Always be honest. He said, all right, I'm not your kid. I was so poor my rich aunt died. In the will, I owed her $20. Hey! All right, Rodney's dead, too.
Those are great, though.
I can do that and steal that because he can't sue me. He's dead.
That's true, but his estate might come after you.
You know, Lenny Clark told me he was the next to the last person to see Rodney Dangerfield alive.
Really?
Yeah. The last person was Rodney's wife.
How about
And
that?
Lenny was the next to the last person. Hell, next time Lenny comes on the show, we should have him tell that story.
I don't know. Lenny's busy, man.
He's got that series, every Extended Family is the name of it. What was I going to say?
And good for him, man. He's a good guy.
Michael Malley is the executive producer of that. You know who else is an executive producer of Extended Family?
No.
Wick Grossbeck.
Really?
Yeah, and Tom Werner.
There you go. All those guys get along.
All these NBC guys. Yeah. You think they give me a TV show? No.
No, you get nothing.
I get nothing.
And now Bupkis with Mike Adams.
I had another weird dream. I hate to end on a kooky, crazy note like this, but I'm a kooky, crazy guy. I've been having weird dreams.
Yes.
And last week I told you about my third consecutive weird dream. This one is number 4. You remember that? I told you about that big chick on the Jardiance commercial? She's back. This time in weird dream number 4, she caught up with me again. This time I was at the gym. I was on the treadmill with my earpiece in, listening to... Oh, actually, I was listening to Dancing Queen by ABBA, which is one of my favorites. And then I was yanked off the machine suddenly from
by
behind.
the Jardiance girl?
By the Jardiance girl.
She yanked you off?
She yanked me off the treadmill. She's a bully.
Did she sing?
She's a big bully. She started to slap me in the face. Now,
I bet you liked it, didn't you?
I'm like, what's up with that?
This is in your dream.
Over and over, slapping me in the face, yelling at me for making fun of her on that prior podcast. She must listen. I said, what? When did I make fun of you? She said, on the podcast. Whack! She hits me in the face like, it's hard. She's big. And you made fun of me on Twitter. Whack! She hits me. I was like, Jesus. I was getting upset. I said, by the way, it's called X now. She hit me again. Whack! She was pissed.
So dumb.
People were yelling, hit her back, hit her back. I yelled, I don't hit girls. And that's when she pulled down her pants. And she had a penis.
Oh, there you go. Well, there's your opening right there.
And it was fat, like she is. A fat penis. And then I woke up. And it was like, thank God that was a dream and it's a nightmare.
So what did we learn?
That was good, Mike.
Well, first of all, 2 things. Don't even listen to ABBA. And the other thing is, if a big fat chick wants to kick your ass, just let her. Okay?
Yeah. Give her a big roundhouse.
It's good advice for everybody.
A lot of good videos on X. But
she thought it was called Twitter. That's how stupid she is. Jerk. Hitting me and everything. No, it was a dream, so she can't sue me because it didn't really happen. I can't sue her either. But
it may have happened in another dimension. Maybe it wasn't really a dream. It was you were living your other life in
another dimension
beyond the veil. Yeah,
that's probably it. Well, we like to close with some artistic, musical, cultural enhancements for you, the listening audience.
Yes, we do.
Smitty has got a lot. He knows everything about music. He knows every song. Ben knows about every song that's probably rap artists. Hey, by the way, you know what song we should do sometime?
What?
The Rapper. Remember the rapper raps? They call him the rapper? We should do that, but make it into a rap song.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But for now, let's stick with something good like Broadway.
Show tunes?
Show tunes.
Yeah.
Richard Simmons is here. Show tunes! Play it! Play the show tunes! 76 trombones led the big parade, 110 cornets close at hand. They were followed by rows and rows of the finest virtuosos, the cream of every famous band. 76 trombones caught the morning sun, and 110 cornets up there behind. There were more than 1,000 breeds springing up like weeds. There were horns of every shape and kind. They were horny. There were copper-bottomed timpani and horse platoons. Thundering, thundering all along the way. Double bell, euphononi, noniums. Each bassoon having his big fat say. 50 mounted cannons in the battery. Thundering, thundering, louder than before. Clarinets of every size and trumpeters who'd improvise a full octave higher than the score. I'm getting really bored with this. Who am I, Robert Preston? Get me out of here. Jesus H. Christ on a popsicle stick.